Hello, 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 everybody. I think we're about to start top four, which is exciting. So, might as well turn on that mic, get comfy, We got top four. Exciting. Yeah, who is playing who? I'm curious. Ooh. Oh, dang, rough for Zach. Ooh, Firestorm Eddie. Congrats to XFly and Ben XT for getting like a top seeds there, or like good seeds. I think XFly even joined late, even more impressive. Not sure actually. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me. Yeah, exciting. Firestorm and Eddie, two veterans of this site and veterans of the Tetris scene. Uh, Especially Firestorm. We all know him from his past victories and performances, and for being the best on the site, based on rating. But Eddie, definitely a very impressive player in his own right. His 4-wide is definitely something to be feared. So it's exciting to see how this one's going to turn out. Here we go. I think I'll turn off the music for now, just because it might be a little distracting. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens here. It's going to be exciting, you know? Especially Ben XT and XFly, new players as well. Haven't seen them in these tournaments before. That doesn't mean they're new players. You clearly need some experience to be in top four, but I actually know very little about XFly's play. Got to do some research real quick. But Ben XT, going to be very interesting to watch. Very focused on doing a lot of T-spins. Proud member of the Yakinery Discord. And very strong in that regard, very efficient. So again, can't wait to see how these turn out. Yeah, we need to decide who's going first here. Yeah, can't wait to see how all this turns out. Yeah, get excited for that mediocre, even more mediocre 10 a.m. Commentary. I gotta pull up WWC chat again. Dang, didn't realize my chat died. That's unfortunate. Hope I didn't miss too much, but thank you, Firestorm. Alright, here we go. The first semifinal between Firestorm and Eddie. Let's see how it goes. Probably about to start, these two players. And yeah, let's see how it happens. Here we go, game one. Here we go, Firestorm starting out with a perfect clear. Eddie doing the same, but unable to get it off in time. Unfortunate PC pattern where you can't cancel the garbage. And yeah, Eddie in a little bit of a rough spot already, just because Firestorm's piling on so much pressure. Firestorm already huge APM right out the gate. Eddie having trouble keeping up here, and he's gonna have to eat a KO from that. Firestorm just stacking very consistently, very nicely here. A lot of speed on his side. And yeah, Eddie just having difficulty keeping up, it seems. Having issues stacking as well, a little bit of a misdrop there as well, not helping him. Exactly. And Firestorm just keeping it very clean, stacking 3-6 instead of 6-3 for once. But it does seem to be working very nicely. Eddie now getting it clean again, but Firestorm does still have a significant speed advantage. Does eat a KO there, though. Very nice from Eddie there to recognize that situation and pile on a lot of pressure. But Eddie going for a little bit of a risky T-spin there. That's going to not turn out so well. Now Firestorm setting up a 4-wide in the middle, actually, which is very interesting. 4-wide, very nerfed in worldwide combos, so it didn't net him a KO, but this will, that little spike after, already 204 lines sent. That's just your good old Firestorm APM here. Just playing super clean, as usual. And just keeping it extremely aggressive too. And it definitely seems to be working out. So many lines sent, so many KOs already, 6. It's a crazy, crazy setup. Crazy speed, a crazy APM. It's looking like a blowout. We'll see if Eddie's gonna make any changes that'll help him out here. But with this 7-1 lead, it looks like this is pretty safely the first game going to Firestorm. I'd say the highlight of this game, definitely that 5-1 stacking 4-wide. Very interesting and very risky too to see him go for that, but definitely seemed to work out in his favor. So very interesting to see how he was able to pull that off. Definitely some very solid improvisation, and it worked out very nicely. We'll see if Eddie's able to do something. Yeah, that APM, always crazy. But it's what you see from Firestorm, and it's what you come to expect. Very nice Kaidan into Tetris to send a nice little starting spike. And yeah, Eddie just a little too high up for it, it seems. But oh, Firestorm eating a bit of a spike there too. Eddie keeping it very respectable and close this game. And they're pretty even in line sent here. Eddie a little bit close to the top here. Firestorm wasting a T there, but it does turn out in his favor. Is able to still get the T-spin off in time, just because of that significant speed advantage. And now Firestorm just back to his usual, pumping out APM extremely well and successfully and aggressively. And very nice mid-game DT there from Firestorm. That takes a lot of precision, and especially with that speed to set that up is extremely impressive. So Firestorm again just looking like another blowout here. Eddie was keeping it very respectable at the beginning, but yeah, Eddie just going for things that are a little too risky, it looks like. And this STSD, it does pay out eventually, but he does have to eat a KO before he can execute it. And Firestorm just playing with such speed that it barely even affects him, and he's able to just downstack the clean garbage. And very nice play there from Firestorm, going for a little bit of a donation that wasn't entirely clean, a little bit foul there, but it did work out for him. And he's just keeping it very clean, and Eddie is just having a lot of trouble dealing with it. But definitely a better showing than game one here from Eddie, just from like the amount of lines sent for him. He's still having a lot of trouble dealing with Firestorm's crazy spikes, so we'll see if he's able to figure something out by just pumping out more APM. and a Firestorm again. A little bit of a misdrop, unfortunately, there. So it looks like he won't be breaking 300 lines, but it doesn't look like it will change the outcome. Never mind. I speak too soon. Barely 300 lines. Champ. Yeah. But again, very impressive, very solid play from Firestorm. 10 in the morning in Tennessee. Surprised that he's able to play that fast, even at this hour, but it's Firestorm. What do you expect? There's a reason he's ranked #1 on this site. And he's just, look at that fractal. I'm a huge fan of that. Just recognizing his ability to build that is so impressive. Just the sort of awareness that he needs from his about his opponent. Very nice TST and able to use the overhang for another T-spin double. So clean. But Eddie playing very solid as well. Does eat a KO there, but was able to sort of keep up with Firestorm's APM a little bit there until that happened. But now sort of a little bit of pressure and misdrops here from Eddie, which does happen in high pressure situations. You sort of fall to the pressure, and it looks like that's sort of what's happening to Eddie here. But Firestorm a little bit of a messy playfield here. We'll see if he's able to downstack it. Yeah, Eddie focusing a lot on his own downstack and not really capitalizing effectively on Firestorm's sort of misdrop there. But Eddie, yeah, just keeping it clean, keeping it respectable here. But again, still a little too focused on the downstack here. It's a very solid downstacking. Now, don't get me wrong here, but a little too focused on it, a little fixated on it, perhaps. Needs to remember that when you're down 3 KOs, it's generally best to play aggressively if you still want to come away with that win instead of playing conservatively. Yeah, Firestorm, very interesting T-spin setup there. Does seem to work out just significantly well for him. Surprised that he managed to turn that into something so good at the end. Yeah, Firestorm just preparing his ST, LST stacking, just keeping it so clean. 300 line sent again, just so consistent as well. Just able to keep that APM going and that high speed going. And that's why he is the best player on that site. And Eddie, still very respectable tournament for him. 4th place in one of these skirmishes is nothing to laugh at. Still very impressive performance by him. And good games. That's what happens, Jez. I played one against FS too, and I ate like 8 KOs. Firestorm a little less merciful today than usual. So yeah, good games between those two. Next, we have Ben XT versus XFly. That's going to be a very interesting one to watch, especially because I know very little about both of the players. So we'll see what happens. But Firestorm just blowing through the competition, just as it's like a firestorm, really, just tearing through all the houses and the homes that people live in. You know, that's what firestorms tend to do. And he definitely tore apart Eddie in a systematic way. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens between Ben XT and XFly. Exciting to see the winner face off against Firestorm. Can we just here we go. All right, game 1 between XFly and Ben XT. Very interesting opener there from XFly. That's definitely one you don't see a lot. But very clean so far. Ben XT already having a little bit of trouble, it looks like. Just a little bit of an unexpected spike. Now building a TST tower. Now this is what I'm talking about when I say when you're behind, you need to pile on some pressure. And those kinds of risky decisions definitely seem to be paying off a little bit. As I say that, does eat a lot of damage there. But Ben XT, you see why he posts a lot in the Yakinery server. Very solid Imperial Cross. But XFly just keeping it so quick and so clean here. As I say, that little bit of a misdrop leads to his being knocked out. Commentator's curse, it seems. But Ben XT just able to keep it clean and solid, and that's all you really need here. If you can if he can downstack this, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to. XFly just putting on very nice pressure here so far, and we'll see if he is able to sort of get through all the garbage. XFly, very nice downstack there. Gonna KO Ben XT here. We'll see if Ben XT is able to recover in any way, shape, or form. But already looks like he's having a good deal of trouble here, just getting through what XFly is sending. And XFly is just very impressive APM here, rivaled by very few players, to be fair. Breaking 200 lines on this platform, 100 APM is very difficult for any player. So the fact that he's able to do that with still 20 seconds remaining is extremely impressive. And yeah, Ben XT floundering a little bit here, having a little bit of trouble being able to keep up with that vast APM, it seems. And that 7-1 KO lead is definitely evidence of that. So yeah, Ben XT, a little bit of a rough showing for him, but we'll see if he's able to put his T-spin knowledge into the fray and make some sort of recovery in the next game. But yeah, XFly, very impressive offense from him or her, and nice TKI start from him. Ben XT going for a reverse DT cannon, the cursed DT cannon. And we'll see, yeah, XFly, very clean stacking there. Very reminiscent of Firestorm as well. Not going for anything too fancy, but just recognizing that sort of ST stacking alone and play like that does work effectively. And it definitely seems to be working in his favor. Ben XT, very nice downstack there, but we'll still has a KO to sort of come back from. We'll see if he's able to do that. But both players looking very clean. XFly, a little bit of an interesting stack here. It doesn't look like he'll be able to get super much damage off that, but very nice downstack combo, able to just pile on a couple extra lines. And Ben XT going for a little bit of a shaky STSD here. I wonder if this will pay off for him. Doesn't look like it did either. So yeah, Ben XT having a little bit of trouble just keeping up with XFly's pressure here. And the sort of excessive dabbling in T-spins, sort of reminiscent of what happened in the last Chaos tournament, where Baseball Boy definitely had the knowledge over Firestorm when it comes to all spins, but Firestorm's just immense pressure was sort of too much for his complex setups, and we sort of see that same story here for Ben XT, who's setting up all these very creative, very nice T-spins, but is just unable to sort of get to them in time. And XFly is just making light work here, it looks like, of Ben XT. Again, very nice Imperial Cross from Ben XT, but the question is it a little too late? And I'm going to have to say yes, because XFly just very quick, very able to just keep this pressure going. Very nice KO there from Ben XT at the last second, but XFly still very convincing here. And just that speed is just able to carry him to that victory. So unless Ben XT is able to sort of amp it up and just put a lot more pressure on XFly, this is looking like a convincing 3-0. We'll see what happens though. And XFly just immediately starting out. Ben XT just a little bit of a speed disadvantage, it looks like. And speed is so critical in worldwide combos, where every little opportunity matters. And yeah, it's looking very rough for Ben XT here. Gonna eat a KO already. And just XFly just playing very clean, very consistent. Again, very reminiscent of Firestorm's play. We'll see if that comes back to haunt Firestorm. But again, how could you not favor the best player on the site, TM? So yeah, BenXT, it's keeping it very nice, very solid. I can't play to this level, I promise you that. But it just doesn't seem to be enough. Actually, very nice spike there from BenXT. Huge down stack there, 8 combo for him. But again, just not enough to net a KO, and XFly just able to downstack that so quickly. And yeah, just the speed and the pressure is really what makes this platform, just makes this platform. So if you don't have that speed or aggression, I mean, I think BenXT definitely has very nice aggression. I'm a big fan of a lot of the T-spin stuff he's been doing to pile on the pressure onto his opponent, but it just doesn't seem to be enough speed for him. And XFly is just able to keep that coming. And even when he misdrops, XFly does, like he has right now, he's just able to clean it up very quickly, it seems, as he did right there. And that XFly with that kind of play, that's going to be a very interesting grand finals to watch between him and Firestorm, unless BenXT can make some miracle happen. But with 2 KOs down and another one, it might be right here. We'll see XFly moving on to grand finals. Now, XFly, even though he's very fast, still not rivaling Firestorm's over 300 APM, or 300 line sent, sorry, 300 APM. That would be very impressive. But still, XFly, over 100 APM every game. That's definitely something extremely respectable. And we'll see what happens in grand finals. Yeah, all right, relax, okay? We all make commentator mistakes here, okay? Oh, I didn't. I clicked that by accident. I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't put me in it. I'm sorry, Firestorm. I just wanted to click on the tab. Okay, I didn't join it. I promise. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I never clicked it, okay? Don't worry about it. And yeah, here we go. Grand finals between XFly and Anomalous Aberration. Uh, can't wait to see how this one turns out. It's going to be an interesting ride for sure. Okay, does that mean I get to join now? Nice. Nice. Okay, exciting. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see how this one turns out. Here we go. Best of 5. No one has really been able to pose a challenge to Firestorm in the past in these best of 5 sets, or in the best of 7 sets from the Worldwide Combos tournaments a while ago. But we'll see if XFly is up to the task. This is going to be a very interesting one for sure. Here we go indeed. So let's see what happens. Here we go. It looks like the two players are starting from that loading icon I see. And here we go. XFly already letting it loose here. Is Firestorm in the game, though? The timer also doesn't seem to be counting down. I'm a little confused as to what's happening here. I don't know if that will be... Here we go. I'll reload. We'll see if they're playing or not. Doesn't really look like it. Is this gonna be game 1 here? Very confused. Oh. Noel, please fix. Did XFly disconnect? You think I did? Wait. I don't think I did. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Game 1, it looks like, between both players. Firestorm, very interesting C-spin there into Fractal, piling up pressure immediately. X-Fly, a little bit of a mistake there, having issues recovering. Well, when I say issues, it's less about the issue recovering and just the issue in dealing with Firestorm's immediate pressure on that mistake. And even though X-Fly keeping it very respectable, still having a lot of trouble, but definitely a lot more misdrops than we saw before in the set against Ben XT. So that's going to give Firestorm a quick early lead here. We'll see if X-Fly is able to turn it around this game or in any of the upcoming ones. But we'll have to see. A lot of potential for a spike here from X-Fly. And yeah, it does manage to KO here, Firestorm here, who had actually a very creative overhang for that T-spin with the T-piece residue. And Firestorm, again, just keeping it so clean, so solid. Even though X-Fly, a lot of APM, it just doesn't seem to be enough to deal with Firestorm's constant massive pressure. But we'll see if X-Fly is able to make something happen here. It's definitely a lot closer than the set against Eddie, it seems. And he's definitely still keeping it respectable here. A 2-1 KO lead is a very small one, especially compared to, say, 5-1 or 7-1, as we saw in some of the other sets here. So we'll see if either player, or if especially X-Fly, is able to sort of make something happen in time. And yeah, just very nice sending of the APM. Oh, Firestorm, a little bit of a messed up STSD attempt there. Which does happen to the best of us. You know, T-spin vision is something very difficult, especially in such high-octane, high-speed situations. And, oh, X-Fly just accepting the loss, it looks like. But, that is very weird, Noel. But, is this game 2 already? Oh, am I broke again? Oh, here we go. Game 2. Firestorm, another C-spin. Very interesting to see that opener from him. But here we go. X-Fly looks like having issues immediately dealing with that opener pressure. X-Fly, a little bit of unconventional openings we see from him. Very interesting. But it definitely seems like it doesn't like it isn't working out. But very nice spike there. Very clean garbage for X-Fly there, and able to capitalize on that to attack Firestorm effectively. But Firestorm just again with a huge lead in line sent, and yeah, X-Fly opting not to go for that T-spin triple, but just eating so much damage from Firestorm, who's just able to keep it. Oh, Firestorm, yeah, having issues spinning that Z in there, but it does seem to be working out eventually, and he did manage to clean that up. Now X-Fly, a little bit of uncleanness still we see from him, a little bit of a misdrop there. Even with his immense speed, I think he'd be doing a lot better if he didn't sort of succumb to the pressure that he's sort of feeling from Firestorm, just in terms of the nerves more than anything else. Because, of course, Firestorm's always going to be putting pressure on his opponent, so that's nothing new here for X-Fly, probably. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But Firestorm just again keeping it so clean. Again, looks like he'll break 300 line send. And yeah, X-Fly just having a lot of trouble dealing with that. But again, this game it seems like he had a lot more issues in when keeping it clean, with keeping it full of non-mistakes. And yeah, Firestorm again just piling on so much damage, so much pressure. 7-1 to KOs, 342, 348 lines sent. That is just an intense, crazy amount, and it's pretty much unrivaled by any active player on this website. But yeah, we'll see. X-Fly, didn't not his best game for sure, but we'll see if he's able to make it happen here. Firestorm, another C-spin. Very interesting to see him going for what would be often considered not one of the best openers here, but it does seem to be working out. Here we go. X-Fly keeping it very clean here, though. Oh, unfortunate misdrop of the T-piece. Maybe doesn't have the fastest drop speed because that tends to be where the T-piece mistakes happen. and Firestorm just able to capitalize with 2 KOs on this one tiny mistake. Another one there just from a huge spike there, and X-Fly again just having a lot more trouble than against Ben XT, sort of crumbling it seems in this scenario. Look at that messy stack here. It's going to be very difficult for him to recover from this. Firestorm is just pumping out the damage, and it's going to be really tough for X-Fly. Again, only 70 lines sent. Again, not a small amount, but at this level of play, where he's been consistently managing 100 plus APM, it just doesn't seem like it'll be sufficient. Uh, and yeah, Firestorm, again, just his consistency, even when he misdrops, just his ability to sort of patch that up quickly and move on and continue sending massive amounts of damage is part of sort of what makes his playstyle. And we're definitely seeing that come into play here. A 6-0 KO lead here against Fly. And Fly, yeah, definitely looks like he's having a couple of issues. Firestorm, a little bit of a misdrop there, but it doesn't look like it'll matter too much here. Just able to keep that so clean. Looks like he'll crack 300 APM again. Actually, X-Fly, very nice spikes again. We'll see whether that's going to be enough to make a difference. But just Firestorm, even with those couple mistakes there, just his huge KO lead is just gonna, looks like it'll be more than enough. And it definitely will be. Firestorm, a 3-0 lead here, but X-Fly not really playing the same way as he did against Ben XT. So we'll see whether X-Fly is able to make a turnaround, make something happen. Hasn't been managing 100 APM the past 2 games. We'll see if he's able to do that now. Again, for game one of the closest we've seen for anyone against Firestorm. So we'll see who comes out on top. The last game this close against Firestorm that I remember was many tournaments ago. Firestorm, it's very, very solid there. Immediate C-spin opener. Again, interesting that he keeps going for that. But X-Fly, already a misdrop there. It looks like he's having a couple of issues already. Very unfortunate. And 2 KOs already. Firestorm just capitalizing on the opportunity. Very nice fractal there. Very good awareness of sort of his opponent's position. And that's very impressive play there from Firestorm. And already 100 plus lines sent. It's going to be difficult for X-Fly. Not the best decision to go for that floating T-spin, I'd say, with no T in the queue. Had to stack over it, making it a little foul. And unfortunately, it's going to be met with a strong resistance from Firestorm. As always, and Firestorm just again keeping it so clean, already almost 200 APM, which is insane. 100 APM, or 180 APM, I believe, for the first minute, if my math is correct, which is just an insane amount. That's unrivaled by anyone, really. In part, I'd say that's because of Worldwide Combos mechanics with the stacking back-to-back. It's just an APM boost, really, but also it's just Firestorm being incredibly consistent and an incredibly solid player. And even though he's at the top here, just not succumbing to the pressure, and X-Fly just having issues sending that spike in time, does manage to get it in time. FS did play a little bit risky there, spending a long time at the top. But yeah, Firestorm looking like, again, cracking 300 line sent. It's incredible to see. And even though X-Fly, keeping it very respectable this game, Firestorm just still blowout. 312 lines sent, 6-2 KO lead. It's just going to be very difficult for X-Fly to make this comeback against such an incredible, consistent player. Good grief indeed, as we move into potentially the last game of the tournament here. X-Fly, very interesting opener decision there. I wonder how developed his opener knowledge is, or whether he just chooses to sort of mix it up to confuse his opponent, or whether there's some completely different metagame that I don't understand. But definitely keeping it a lot more respectable so far this game. Uh, with no KO eaten in the first 30 seconds, that's definitely something we didn't see in the last couple games. And now, ooh, X-Fly potentially with the opportunity to get a lead here. Firestorm able to downstack that in time, but X-Fly keeping it very close here this game. We'll see if X-Fly is, oh, a little bit of a misdrop from Firestorm, and X-Fly is going to take the lead here for the first time in the set. Very impressive. We'll see if he's able to hold it though. That's always the difficult part, right? You can get a lead, but can you hold it? That's really where the test of stamina comes in, and we'll see if X-Fly is able to do that. But so far, very close game here. Both players very good APM, and X-Fly definitely holding up a lot better than in the past couple games. And that's definitely represented by that 1-1 KO spread here. But yeah, X-Fly getting very lucky garbage there, very clean. Able to spike Firestorm a little bit. Now Firestorm in a little bit of a rough spot. X-Fly keeping it very solid here, this game especially. It's a very close game here, but X-Fly, the critical thing is he cannot eat a KO, as he does, unfortunately. We'll see if X-Fly is able to make this comeback here. Definitely looking a lot more doable than in a lot of the past games here. Firestorm does not look like he'll be breaking 300 APM this game, whereas Fly will be breaking 200. Definitely sort of playing up to his full potential, it looks like. But even then, even when Firestorm is having a little bit of an off game, still able to just take that victory home in a manner that wasn't even extremely close. But a very nice performance from X-Fly. Incredible for his first tournament on this site, and clearly a very experienced, quick player with an impressive resume of wins just from this event, it looks like. But of course, congratulations to Firestorm, doing what he does best and winning tournaments. But I think with that, so concludes the 7th quickfire. And next weekend there will be the 8th. Noel, I actually don't know how many quickfires I'll be able to stream soon because I'll be going to Germany, so that'll be difficult just because my family does a lot of stuff. But I'll keep you posted on that. And either way, I think I'm gonna sign off here. Uh, hope hope the sets were good. Hope the Tetris was enjoyable to watch. And I'm glad to be here commentating it. So thank you very much, and have a nice day.